good morning, good evening, and or good afternoon. I am outside Parish Church in Oldham, and yes, there's a little bit of a brief history about it, but also I get to investigate the crypt. Obviously, I couldn't really use any implements or sorry, instruments while down there, but it was a very, very interesting look. Believe me, I quite enjoyed it. So I hope you enjoy this, and yes, please smash that like button, ring that bell, and please subscribe, and yeah, thank you. A church building has been on this site since 1280, from when a record exists of a cleric being appointed by the rector of Prestwich to be responsible for the cares of souls in Oldham. The Oldham church was linked with Prestwich until the 19th century. The first record of Oldham wardens is in 1552, when Edward VI caused an inventory of church goods to be made. The wardens represented the township of Oldham, Royton, Chadderton and Crompton. In the 13th century, a small chapel is believed to have been on this site. In the 15th century, there was a substantial church in the early English Gothic style. The present building was built to meet the needs of the expanding population. Work beginning in 1824. It was opened on December the 12th, 1830, although work continued until 1834. Oh, we're upstairs in Parish Church. Wow. They don't make doors like that anymore. Yes, I've got a camera in one hand and my torch in the other. I should really swap hands. But there you go. This is for when they do remembrance. All them pretty poppies. Should be coming up around about November. I only remember because it's around my birthday. So I always remember. It's so close to it. Look how awesome those lights are. And look at them architecture. Or that, not them, that. See, I'm not even talking properly now. I'm talking like a right daft spanner. And it's a lovely wet day. But look at those windows. How awesome are those? They are beautiful, aren't they? And, whoops, one of these days I'm going to get this camera the right way. And this is the view. I'm going to go down these pews in a minute. Or these steps. Good grief, have you seen them steps? I would cry if I fell. Definitely. But look at those. I'm going to take my time. Wow. But this is an absolutely awesome view. I'm assuming this is where our organist would play. But wow, look at that. I'm not going to touch it because, basically, I just don't want to touch it. Just be naughty. But look at this. Isn't that a view? Right, I'm going to move down a little bit further so you can get a better look. Ooh. It's a bit dark up here, so I do have a flashlight. I could have had the lights on, but why not use a flashlight? Look at those. This is probably where they put the flags up. So there you go. And let's have a nice look down. Look at this. How beautiful is that? Really. That is such an awesome view. And have a little look down. Whee! Very nice. I mean, I could walk around there, but I'm not going to. But look at that. Very nice. I do like it up here. It's like being up in the heavens, if you know what I mean. And my keys have been stupid and getting in the way. There we go. Like I said, I'm not going to touch it. So I go over to it. But look how beautiful that is. The way the actual thing comes down over the top to protect the organ, it reminds me of an old bureau. Look at the mirrors. Probably just to make sure she's getting the signal from, or he is getting the signal from the whoever's conducting the service that day. And then tells you what they're doing for the day. And then I will be trying to break my neck going up the steps again. But still, really nice. Right. Right. I've managed, if I can turn this around a little bit, this is the crypt in the parish church. And obviously you can see the dates of when people passed away. I'm not going to go through them all, otherwise we would be here ages. But I will show you the famous part. So, 1881, 1884, people were born. And as you can see, it's been well kept. And I'll read this. This crypt was opened and dedicated as a columbarium on Sunday the 6th of December 1953 by the Venerable Edgar Stevenson, Vicar of Oldham Church. And then you've got the names of the church wardens, which was F.W. Sim V. Smith and T. Crawford and B.F. Macon, the church wardens. So there's this one. Just other urns or vases, as they call them. Obviously the flowers have to be binned. There you go. The cross. And then we have a little walk. Here's another one. This seems to be a bit more newer, don't they? Yes, they do. Definitely a bit newer. I've been told a lot of this has been closed. I do like it though. 1972. That's when I was born. Wow. These. There are some old stones on the top of the church as well. Some of them have been worn out because they've been walked over that many times, because it's basically used as a public walkway, which is a bit silly, I think. I actually reckon it should have been left and a way that people couldn't walk over it. Because how can you remember the people that were passed? Even if you're not related, sometimes it's nice to remember people. But how can you remember them if the names are eroded away or the dates are eroded away? It's like, well, this person passed, but we don't know when or what, when they were born or when they passed, because you feel a bit silly. Now, I've got some of these lights knocked off. I think there's a way to turn that one off, so I'm going to try this light for a change and watch me. Nope, I was going to drop my walking stick like a right flipping nip. Yes, Jackie's a nitwit. I admit it. I thought it would give it a bit more of an atmosphere. But, yeah. Thought I'd try this. Wow. See, it's like an infrared light. And I thought I'd try it to give it a bit more. I will turn off the darker bits in a minute. But look through here. I've been told I have to be careful. So I'm going to take my time, because it's not worth falling over. It's more of a little bit of a storage area, but you can tell, once my camera decides to turn, this is the old part of the tunnels. Yeah. See, this is where they put all the storage areas of the chairs. Candles. Now, I will show some of this in the light afterwards, but look at that door. How awesome is that? Now that is a proper door. Look at those door knockers. Well, they're not door knockers, but they're handles. Candle in the lamp. That. Jackie's going to step back and start being a spanner. That's heavy. Very heavy. So, I'm going to do this. Here we go. So obviously we're just looking at storage areas, but they're still part of it, no matter what. Still part of the tunnels. Go further down. Actually smell it as well. Parts of fencing. Obviously things need. Look at those little chairs. Can you imagine sitting on them as a child? I cannot believe I actually used to sit on one of them. I wouldn't even get a bum cheek on there now. More wooden bits, because obviously the floor's a little bit on the icky side. Look at these doors. I love them. Proper craftsmanship. Do love them. Even with the crosses intimated onto it. And I probably said it wrong, but that is me. My grammar isn't perfect. Do you like this? I should ask Simon if I could have a dungeon in the house. I'll put tunnels back under. We go. Have a quick look here. Whoops. There we go. Wow. I'm going to turn the light off in here. We have a William Barker. He was born 17th of October 1815. Is that? Or was that a 13? No. Oh, fudge. Yeah, it's 15. I'm not being that silly. And he died July 1841. Pretty young, very young. It's a candle. Whoa, that goes pretty far. Let me see. Wow, look at that. Light up, light down, this way. Wow. Look at that. And there you go. A coffin. I think he said it was made of, was it iron? Wow. 39 years. That's so young. So young. Now, there's meant to be little lights, so I'm going to turn this off and make it dark, because it's not fun. Now, I'm not turning all them lights off, because that would turn off the lights upstairs. He said on the right, but I am not. No, that'll be the main lights. I know I'm a spanner, but I'm not that much of a spanner. If I can't find them, I can't find them. Jackie's trying to break her neck because she didn't check for anything. Right, the light. He did say it was on the right, and he was correct. But that's only for some lights. Oh, fudge. There's lots of lights to find. Let's have a look. Look at this first. To the poor of Oldham. What the fudge? To say, M.T. Samuel Howard of Salford, gentleman by his will, charged his lands in Oldham, Salford and Failsworth with the payment of £20 per year, and directed his trustees to give annually at Michaelmas 20 Bibles to poor children of Oldham for a sermon to be preached on the first Wednesday after Michaelmas Day, and the remainder to be distributed in woolen cloth to poor persons in Oldham. It says Timothy Eyre of Hollingwood, gentleman by his will, left 100, that was quite a lot then, nowadays, to be placed out at the interest by the vicar curate of parson of Oldham Church, and directed the interest to be, what the fudge, yearly distributed by him on Christmas Day, to poor persons of Oldham having no relief from the town. So there's quite a bit here. I'm going to show you, and you may stop the video to have a little look. I can do that. And then we have another one for more, for the poor of Oldham. And again, I will just let this go down. Good grief, I wish rent was that cheap now. £12 and £4 to be applied. And this, the Roll of Honour. Of King and Country. And there's Britannia. That. To the glory of God. It's remembrance. Let's have a little look. I think I was told to fudge all, but still look. It's nosy, so. See? Sometimes it makes you wonder what was in these places. I've got a clue where that is now. I know where that is. I can hear that beautiful weather that we are having in Oldham. All the stuff that they need and information is needed. Some of it's like a storage area and some of it is part of a crypt. Ooh, then we go this way. I have still yet to locate the rest of the lights. I'm sure we said there was nothing down here, but still gonna turn. Look that way. Wow. Yes, this ground is very uneven, but still, look at this. Look at the architecture. And obviously, like I said, there's nothing down here. But whoa, look at those. Turn this around. Up. Look at that. And then we turn this way. Look how awesome this is. Wow, look at this. See, back to William Barker. See, it's better in the dark, isn't it? Really epic in here. It's lucky they've got door numbers because Jackie would get lost because she's a spanner. Rory got lost already. And I didn't even find the giant. Yes, they have a giant. Didn't say it might have been this way. Jackie's lost. Yes. I think William Barker was the giant, to be honest. But still, it's an absolutely epic. Whoops. See, it's lucky I've got my walking stick, otherwise I'd be going down a hole. Ah, here we go. This is a different bit. Whoa. Look at it in here. Wow. The place is awesome. This is the Jones Crypt, I'm assuming, because we have no, Jackie needs to look that way. Mary Jones, Betty Jones, another Mary Jones, Frances Jones, slightly eroded there. Excuse me. Joseph Jones. William Jones. Nice family crypt. I can barely get through that door. I'm saying nothing. Ah. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm walking around. I couldn't remember where all the flipping lights were.
I've got an appointment at 12:30.
Oh, what time are we on?
It's 20 to 12 now.
Oh, fudge. Right, okay. Which one was the giant? Was it that side, the left side? The giant.
It's down there. Not been down
Which way is it? Sorry.
Where that stand is, that.
I've got a brain like I said, I've got a brain like a... I've got...
Down there yet?
I think I have, but I wasn't too sure which part.
You have to upstairs yet, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, I will have a little look. Ooh, wow.
He's up that ramp there. It's up there.
Is it? Okay. So I'm just looking at everything as well.
Yeah, I'll go away about 1:15.
Yeah, I know. I will try and go a bit faster.
You always come back again.
Yeah, true. Lucky I live in Oldham. There's a ramp. Oh, sugar. Right. So I've been looking at all the names and everything on the 30th of September 1783. Sometimes I'll just scroll it down. Shrove Tuesday. Oh, I think I've looked at them once. I've got to go up a ramp. So it's actually in there, is it? Or do I go a different way?
Go up the ramp, so you see.
Okay. This is going to be fun. Here we go. I'll do that. The Oldham Giant. Joseph Scholes. 1758 to 1814. So let me just scroll that down. I'm not going to read it. Joseph Scholes. 1758 to 1814, known locally as King Doddy. Date birth not recorded, but baptised in this church in 27th, 1758. Spent his early years living in Higgershaw Lane. He married Betty Weeder in the church on the 10th of July 1780. They had 6 sons and 2 daughters. Maternal home was in Hothall. Recruiting Sergeant 57 West Middlesex of Foot, 1793. And he was an appointed governor of Oldham Workhouse in the 1800s. And he was 6'7". And basically, that was quite big in them days. Right, let's just go up this ramp. Now we hear clunk clunk, it means Jackie's fell. So Jackie's going to take her time. We'll use them to catch me boots. There's disadvantages of getting poorly. Ooh, Jackie's going up. I feel like I'm going up in the world. Fudge. Jackie's walking sticks got stuck. Then we turn our camera and lift it up. Oh, it's not being silly. And there we go. Now look at that. How awesome. Right, I'm going to go down the ramp and then going to cut my camera. Excuse me. So just at the main entrance of Parish Church. See if we can see that. If we zoom in. We can indeed. Greater Manchester Council. Back down again. This is where they've been talking about the future of the planet. I've done a prayer for Queen Elizabeth. Let's just zoom in on that one. And have a little collection. Things that they're selling. Whoops. My coordination is being pants today. Collection pouches. And let's have a little look. So we've got this for the remembrance. So let's lift this up. There we go. Coordination is getting a little bit better. See if we can level that out and zoom in. There we go. In the remembrance of Joseph Buckley, Esquire, formerly of this town, who died at Altrincham on the 17th of November, 18... I cannot see that bit. 5. I don't know whether that's a 12. It looks a bit strange the way that's been done. See if I can zoom in a bit more. No. Age 65. Also Mary, his wife, who died July 22nd, 1853. Age 65. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. Psalms, and I cannot read Roman numerals, unfortunately, because I'm pants at that. Then have like little plaques, and then we will carry on down here. Oh my days. That's another one. Another memorial plaque in loving memory of Hannah, wife of Albert Broadbent of Wearmouth, who died March 1st, 1910, in the 50th year. Peace, perfect peace. Also Albert Broadbent, who died July 25th, 1938, in his 72nd year. There's quite a few around here. That one's a bit dark, and I didn't bring the torch this time because I thought we'd be seeing the light a bit. But the weather's still pants. And here we go. It's a crucifix.
Would you like a drink?
Yes, please. Could I have a coffee, 2 sugars with milk, please?
You can.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. This chapel was reconstructed in the memory of Arnes Ramsay McIntosh, M.A., assistant priest of St Mary's Parish Church from 1900 to 1906, vicar and rural dean of Oldham, 1926 to 1947, honorary canon of Manchester Cathedral, 1930 to 1947. And then that's where you light in a candle, basically when you're remembering somebody that may have passed, or just maybe, it doesn't have to be family, it could be a friend, or you're sorry for somebody that you've seen maybe on the news or you know of through friends and relatives. There we go. That would be the Virgin Mary, and I'm assuming that will be with Christ on her knee. Some prayers. Prayer for the parish. Go all the way around. It's about Parish Church. Do you like that? Do you not get this anymore? There you go. Just move back a little. Very nice. That is really nice. Ooh. Look at them flowers, they are really pretty. Trying to avoid filming people. Try and get round here. Look at this. Look how awesome that is. I will zoom in. Oh, sugar. Have a little look. That way. And then slowly. Oops. One of these days I'll get my coordination right. And then we carry on down. Very nice. Really pretty. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, dodge the flowers. I'm getting better. See if we can see that sign, so I will zoom in on it. Jackie's rubbish at this. Now, if you wish to read this, then it'd be advisable. I'm going to bring it in closer. And just pause the video. Okay. Proper wooden structure of the door. How awesome that is. Shame they don't make doors like that anymore. And then we have this, which sacred to the memory of Thomas Barker, born 2nd of March 1759, died 27th of March 1839. And then we go around and there's another one, and I'm going to zoom in again. Oh, actually you don't. That's quite. Again, if you wish to read this, just pause the video. But look at that on top. How pretty is that? And then let's have a look at this. Zoom out so we can get it all on. See if we can get this. There we go. In memory of the fallen, those killed in action in World War I, 1914 to 1918. And Jackie's trying to trip herself up. She's a spanner. And there we go. And then, oh, sugar. I need to go to the back church. There's more plaques. Oh, dear. I think my body's been a pain in the bottom today. So I'm trying not to swear. Again, if you wish to read this, stop the video. And then we have another one. Ooh, the sun's starting to come in a bit. There we go. Again, if you wish to read this, just stop the video and zoom in. And yeah, awesome. Ooh. Doesn't say what that is, even though you can see the reflection of myself. Oh, well, it would help if somebody read the sign first. This flag is the colour of the 24th Service Battalion, the Manchester Regiment Oldham Pals, which was raised voluntarily in Oldham in 1914 and served throughout the Great War in Belgium, France and Italy. And the sun is coming through. And if we can see this. There you go. It's faded quite a bit, but it's kept well in the frame. Excuse me. And there we go. Of teachers and so in the glory of God and in the ever-loving memory of teachers and scholars of Oldham Parish Church Sunday School who gave their lives in the cause of righteousness and for king and country in the Great War, 1914 to 1918. And there you go. There's all the names, which is quite a lot. So, there you go. And then we have the kitchen. Yay. I will be drinking my coffee soon. Gives you the dates and the tours of the crypt. So if anybody wants to have a tour, then there you go. And then we have the Sunday school and the donations for the upkeep of the church. And then to the clergy of Oldham. Which is quite a few. Now, if I straighten this camera, that's much better. Good grief. And then Angels on Our Streets. And that was from 2014 in the Evening Chronicle, if you wish to look for that. And then Parish Magazine and Crooks, 60 pence. And then I will stand back and you can have a look at the font. There we go. And then, wish I wouldn't be so flipping violent with the camera. There we go. Carry on down. That's where you go to have your children christened. They're having a funeral in here, that's why there's so many flowers around at the moment. And then it tells you the people that work here. John we've seen, Marlene, Derek. There's quite a few people that work here. Oops. Here we go. Seem a joyful bunch. It's all right. Don't worry about it. And then they have the notice board. And then we will take filming from here. And there you go. Good does this look? It's really good. And there we go. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. It was very interesting, and yes, I've got a bit of a brief history about the parish church and how old it is. So it is quite old. Obviously this has been built twice. Obviously there was another church here beforehand, but still, yeah, it is a lovely building, I must admit, and I did enjoy it down at the Crypt. It was something I really enjoyed. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for all you new subscribers for coming over, and thank you, you awesome other people, for sticking around. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching.